welcome to the Rohs Opera House, the oldest theater in the state of Kentucky.
Did you hear that?
We will have experiences in this room.
Whoa, whoa. It's like a whisper.
Yeah, I heard that.
Whoa, that you? That
What'd you hear?
Sounded like I was hearing some like footsteps.
footsteps?
Like somebody walking somewhere.
On this episode of Fourth Dimension Paranormal.
Well, we have arrived in Cynthiana, Kentucky, and we're pretty excited. We're just riding around the town, checking it out. A lot of history in this old town. In the 1800s, a meteorite hit this town, a 3.2 square mile town, and a meteorite hit here in the 1800s, along with 2 Civil War battles.
June 11th, 1864. During the second battle led by Confederate raider General John Hunt Morgan, the town was set ablaze. Entire blocks were reduced to ash. Civilians caught in the crossfires were slaughtered. The next day, Union General Stephen Burbridge arrived and defeated Morgan, killing over 1,000 Confederate soldiers. The town became a graveyard, but not everyone has moved on. Could this violent past be the reason Cynthiana is still so haunted? The Rohs Opera House, built just 7 years after those battles, sits on the grounds that once ran red with blood.
So now we got a guest with us, Taylor. There he is. And this will be his first official ghost hunt, so I'm hoping we catch some cool evidence. And yeah, man, Fourth Dimension's back on the road and we're ready to get some things going.
I hope we get some good activity.
Oh, I do too. I think it's gonna be a great night.
I hope we do too. I hope Dwayne gets scratched. No, don't wish that shit on me.
Don't. Now, Dwayne and me watched, and they said there was nothing malevolent here, right?
Yeah, they said there was nothing malevolent.
And Dwayne was pretty excited about that part. I can't blame him.
Not only is Cynthiana known for its paranormal activity, it's also the birthplace of the Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman, the mind behind the worldwide undead phenomenon. A mural now honors him in the town where the dead never truly rest.
We just pulled up. There it is. That is so cool, man. The Rohs Opera House. Think about it, Dwayne.
Man, I don't know. Hopefully.
Excited.
Yeah.
We got storms rolling through right now. My energized there. You know, we got an aquifer underneath this place. That supercharges it. I feel the bedrock, and then we got storms been rolling through all week. Pretty violent storms, and maybe throw some static in there, and then ghosts come out and see us.
It's supposed to be raining all night.
All night. Might get a little thunderstorm rolling through when we're in there. Think it's gonna be a fun ghost hunt tonight, hopefully.
Hope Dwayne gets scratched. Oh gosh.
Historic floods are making some small towns in Kentucky nearly impossible to get in and out of. Hundreds of roadways across the state are now closed because of floods and mudslides.
Current situation in Cynthiana. It's raining. It's definitely coming down. We're gonna make a run for it. It's getting crazy out here.
I think there's a lot of damn water right now.
I think Dwayne's right. There's a lot of water going on. So there's a lot of flooding going on in Cynthiana right now, and hopefully this don't hinder the investigation, but I'll be honest with you guys, the Licking River's done flowed over the banks, and it was into the baseball fields, and you'll see that footage because I got a little bit of it, and it's only going to get worse tonight. There's thunderstorms rolling through, may supercharged atmosphere at the Rohs Opera House, and hopefully we catch some cool evidence. Maybe a full body apparition would be crazy, but it's getting pretty crazy out here.
We'll see how this investigation turns out. We're calling for some pretty rough flood
Yep.
tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are, so hopefully we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully it don't carry us away.
No, I'll melt out here, because you guys know I'm sweet.
Shit floats, I'll float.
Taylor done floated away.
As a cool rainy night falls over Cynthiana, we return to the Rohs Opera House, one of Kentucky's most haunted locations. But something feels off. The silence isn't peaceful, it's expectant, like the building itself is waiting. As we unpack our equipment and wait for James, one of the owners, to give us a walkthrough, it feels like something is watching us. Not from the outside, but the inside, from the darkness.
My name's James. Welcome to the Rohs Opera House, the oldest theater in the state of Kentucky, as far as we know. This building, at least the part that we're standing in right now, was built in 1871, and we don't know of another theater that's older than that. It was built shortly after the Civil War, and the Civil War has some history tied to this spot as well, because during the Second Battle of Cynthiana, General Morgan came in and burned half the town down. Now this half, where we're standing now, is part of the block that burned.
A town scarred by war, consumed by flames, and rebuilt on the very ground where lives were lost now stands the Rohs Opera House. Could this be the cause of its hauntings?
And so we don't know what was here before, which could have significance because we don't know who the ghosts are or what period of history they're tied to or why they're here. And I'll tell you a little bit about them. But in this part of the building, the older part, we call it the old part, there seems to be a lady in a white dress that walks the hallways here. She's been seen a couple of times right here in this stairway. The first time she was seen was by a janitor back in, I believe, the 80s. He was here mopping one night. He was mopping right here, and he looked up, and there's a mirror right behind you, full-length mirror. And he saw standing on the steps behind him this lady in a long white dress. Oh, wow. So he didn't even turn around and look. He just dropped his mop and left. I don't think he ever came back. But one of our partners, Roger, has seen the lady in white twice, in this stairway once, going up the stairway, and in the upstairs hallway just above us.
She's been seen drifting through the halls, also captured in photos, the woman in white. Some say she was a performer. Others think she's a mother still searching for her child lost in the fire. Who is she, and why does she still haunt the Rohs Opera House?
As I said, this was opened up in 1941, I believe. They started working on it in 1939. There used to be 3 houses that sat back here, which were tore down to make room for this theater. So again, we don't know if the ghosts that haunt the theater here may be tied to those houses that were here, something happened in those, or if somehow they're tied to the theater. But in here, this is one of the more active spots in the building. There's a couple of children, spirits, that seem to haunt the theater. There's a little boy that we know. He's been seen several times. Once by me, when I didn't believe in ghosts, about 18 years ago when we first bought the building. I used to come in here all the time. And I was in here one afternoon with the lights on, doors were locked. I was in here by myself, walked out onto the balcony, which is right above us right here. And then standing right down there in front of the stage, kind of where this carpet ends, right in front of the stage, was a little boy about this tall, about the same height as the stage there. And I stopped. Again, I didn't believe in ghosts and stuff like that. I thought, who let this kid into the theater?
Who was this boy that James saw standing by the stage in silence? Was he a lost child, a spirit tied to this theater's past, or something else entirely?
And about the time that thought crossed my mind, he turned and ran and disappeared into thin air as he ran through those black curtains there under the exit sign. So, little boy haunts here. We've had people watching movies before come up to us at the concession stand and tell us there's a little boy playing on stage. He keeps sticking his head out in front of the movie screen. We've got a pretty good video. It looks like right here in front of us, a little ball of light appears with legs and runs down the hallway here. That's a pretty cool video that's been captured. So there's a little boy here. We don't know his name. And then there's a little girl as well, even younger than that, a little girl that we believe's name is Anna. Now, one of the things she will do, she seems very comfortable with other children and women. They will often have their hair played with or touched or tagged on.
But why do these children remain? Echoes of the past, shadows on stage. Are they searching for something or someone who never came back?
And then another spirit that we have here that seems to be in this room here is the Shadow Man. Now we have a video of the Shadow Man. He seems to be coming out of this area right here, which is the old crying room. When this was built, there was a crying room built. So if there was a crying baby, moms could take them into the crying room, still watch the movie, but the baby wouldn't disturb the audience. We use it for storage right now. But a video from about 14 years ago shows a dark, shadowy figure about this tall walking out of here and just walking through this half wall and disappearing.
This full-body apparition captured on camera is just one of the chilling events that led us here to this location. And this evidence is some of the most compelling that we have ever truly seen.
If you can give me a sign that you're here, I appreciate it. It's been a pretty slow night. Reading about 1.5. 0.5, not much. 1.5. 1.5. 2.0. 5.5.
This shadow figure moves with purpose inside the Rohs Opera House, almost like he's guarding something. But who is this dark apparition, and why does he still remain here? Stick around, because later in this episode, we reveal who we truly think this figure is after 12 years, and why he still remains.
He's been seen a couple of times, mostly back here and mostly kind of doing the same thing. So we think he's maybe just someone leaving work way back before this was built. Maybe he's leaving, maybe this used to be a door.
Be the front door.
And he's just going home for the night.
It's hard to say why these spirits and energies remain here at the Rohs Opera House, but tonight we hope to uncover the truth. Whatever's here is not just watching, it's been waiting to reveal itself.
Other things happening here. This is a fairly active area, a lot of EVP activity in here. And when the children are active, and there could be more than just the two that I told you about, we really don't know. But it can be a very, very active area with EVPs. EMF meters will go off, and sometimes on command you can get them to go off if the kids are in a very playful mood. So that happens.
Amazing. We have a yes/no device. Maybe they can set off.
Yeah, when they're active, they can be very, very active.
Maybe this storming and rain and
It could.
this stuff could really activate some of their energy, I feel.
Now we've got a set. We're getting ready to do Steel Magnolias, so we're building a set. So you're welcome to go up on the stage, even go backstage. You can see where the exit curtains are. If you go to the very back, stage right, I think, back that way, there's some old stairs going down to some old dressing rooms. You're welcome to go down there. You'll also see a big steel door. You'll also see a big steel door that goes into.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard something.
I was just making sure there wasn't nobody at the door. Well.
We didn't know where the sound came from. It startled us. Right in the middle of James's interview, a loud bang echoed throughout the building. No one was there. It was the spirits of the Rohs Opera House trying to get our attention.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise was.
I don't either.
Almost like somebody grabbed the door and shook the door, didn't it?
You want to lock the door?
Yeah, we'll lock the door. Just in case. It almost sounded like something like that, but I don't think that was it.
I don't think so either. It sounded closer. This hallway is one of the more active spots in the building, and we're not exactly sure why, but a lot of EVPs are captured in this hallway. It's a hallway too that has a really, really creepy vibe to it. And there's some groups that have claimed that there's and I always get it wrong, a portal, vortex?
Yeah, it feels a little odd right here, maybe.
You feel it?
I think I do.
So, sometimes that's even stronger, and it gets stronger the closer you get to the balcony door. Another thing that happens up here, and it happens in here more so than it happens out there or in there, but it can happen anywhere, is whistling. We have a spirit that whistles. Most of the time, probably 95% of the time, it's just short bursts like, and that's the best I can do. I'm not a whistle. Yeah, like that. But sometimes, very, very rarely, it will whistle a tune. And sometimes it will even mimic. So if you whistle a tune,
I was thinking of that.
It will mimic it back. So it's a mimic spirit. That doesn't happen very often, but when that does, it's really, really cool.
Hopefully they can whistle for us tonight. We're gonna try to get them to do that.
As James leads us to the balcony where the woman in white has been seen multiple times, I cannot help but to reflect on all this theater has absorbed. The laughter, the sorrow, the energy of so many lives. Could this be why her spirit and countless others still linger here? Perhaps they love this theater so much they simply cannot let go.
Now, I told you about the lady in the white dress. She's normally tied to this old building, which is that back, but she has been seen out here in the balcony. Never down there in the theater, but up here, and this right here is a really sensitive spot. A lot of people will be overcome by emotion right here. They'll get that tingling of skin and your hair standing up on its end right here. Now, the interesting thing about that right here is we've got a picture taken by someone. Again, it wasn't a ghost hunting group. The lights were on and they took a picture, and there's a floating white dress, just a dress floating in the air with no feet, no head, no hands. It's just a dress floating.
Which leads to the corridor where the lady in white has been seen, right?
Yeah, she's been seen several times coming
Hallway.
in that hallway there and coming out that door there. So this is a fairly interesting area. It's probably not as when the kids are active, that down there is probably the most active spot. But this here is a really good place to get some EVPs and stuff. So I'll show you one more thing while we're up here. This is the original theater built in 1871. It was originally built as Aeolian Music Hall. Again, it was one of the first buildings built back after the Civil War on this block. So it was built back by a bunch of citizens that threw in together, put together wanted to build a theater and a meeting hall. Now this was before movies, so this was a live music hall at the time. Concerts, evangelists would come through town. Even circuses, I've heard, would play in here, and they would have balls. Now it used to be a little bit bigger. When they remodeled, they built the stairway up here. So the stairway that we just came up was kind of built here, so it shortened the room a little bit. We also use this in the fall for our Cynthiana Ghost Walk, which usually brings in 1,200 people to town from all over Kentucky and Ohio and Indiana. And we take them around town for an hour, and then we bring them up here and we do a presentation where we show them the videos and the pictures that we have and let them listen to some of the EVPs that's been captured. And a lot of times while we're doing that, we will have experiences in this room.
The echoes of the past still linger here. With every seeker who steps onto the grounds in search of the unknown, could it be their energy that helps fuel the hauntings that spread throughout the town of Cynthiana itself?
Again, women will have their hair played with. Sometimes people will have their clothes tugged on. Sometimes the whistling will happen right in the middle of a presentation. And sometimes things have actually moved. I was doing a presentation one time and had a candle setting on like a speaker. And while I was talking, it just flew across the room all by itself. So things like that have happened, things will move in here.
So this would be a good room to put maybe a cat ball and see if it'll move for us, so they'll play with the cat ball and make it go off or something. That would be cool. I had one of those move on me in West Virginia. I asked it to, and it moved it about 3 or 4 inches in front of the camera.
Really?
I kicked the cat ball again, guys. I'm sorry. Man, it's got dark in here, dude. Still going off. That's me, guys. It's nothing paranormal. Now, if it kicks off and goes back on, we know what's up. Did you see how I kicked that ball? Wow, thank you.
Really? That would be cool.
It was neat.
You all get anything like that, please.
Oh, I'll definitely send it to you.
Over here, a couple interesting things happen kind of at the exit entrance to this room. During sometimes we're doing our Ghost Walk presentation, and little kids are in the room, especially little girls, they will be drawn over here. And a couple of times when the parents says, get over here, they'll say, no, there's a little girl over there that wants to play with me. And then another interesting thing happened. We used to rent this out, and there was a Girl Scout group did a overnight in here one time, and they had all gone to bed and they were sleeping back in that corner back there, and they said that they were awoke in the middle of the night by a grown woman sobbing uncontrollably, just crying, and it was over here. So no way to get it.
Oh, so it was here.
It was over.
They was in the corner sleeping. They heard it here.
There, yeah.
Wow.
They claim it was the best sleepover ever.
The Girl Scouts awoke to the sound of a woman crying. Could it have been the lady in white seen only in this old part of the theater? And is it possible these children stirred memories of a child she had lost long ago?
Now, this is the door to the 3rd floor. If you all 3 go up, prop the door open.
We trapped.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Prop the door open there's chairs here, just put a chair in front of it, because it has been known to close and the doorknob fall out all on its own. Or not on its own, but
Oh, yeah.
paranormal.
Oh, yeah.
This is the balcony of the original theater, and as you can see, it's pretty ornate for something built in 1871. Hand painted stencils on the, or murals on the ceiling. It went that way. You can see the round circle windows over there. There was obviously in 1871 no electricity or lighting, so the way they lit those would swing open, and lighting would come in. There was at one point a projection booth built here when silent movies came, and so I guess the screen was here at one time too, so they would have had silent movies here. Be careful as you're walking up here. As you can tell, there are some holes in the floor, as far as paranormal stuff, not a whole lot has happened up here. A couple of EVPs have been captured long ago. We haven't even heard of a lot of. What'd you hear?
Sound like I was heard some like footsteps.
Footsteps?
Like somebody walking somewhere. It sounded just like, really? She was hitting the floor.
Now, I have seen a video, probably about 2 years ago, a group. There was this orb. It was obviously not a dust orb, because you'll get a lot of those up at dust orb. Yeah. But this was an orb that was generating its own light. That
you can tell a difference.
Flew into somebody and like disappeared inside of them. There's the old silent movie projector. You can see it right there. And if you look up there, you can see a big wheel in the on the ceiling. Yeah. Now there's nothing remains of it now, but I believe there was an old elevator that they used to be able to lift stairs and stuff up, or props and stuff up for plays and stuff that they did up here. I will, if you go that way towards the end there, the floor is really soft and there's some holes, so I wouldn't go much past that box right there.
Now, is the basement off limits right now? Is it flooded?
The basement under the stage is not off limits, but if you go down there,
be careful.
Yeah. There's a spirit here that is an angry man voice that's been captured on some EVPs. Now, some people think that he was a gentleman that was murdered in an office that used to be attached to this building.
Wow.
Now, usually when he was here, the kids wouldn't be here, and he would use profanity and tell you to leave and all that other stuff. But he hasn't been around for about 5 years now. And the interesting thing about that time frame and when he stopped coming around is the person who supposedly murdered him passed away at that time.
Oh, wow.
And then we've not had any.
So he could be at rest, maybe.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah.
Finally at rest.
Yeah, we haven't had any more EVPs of his voice since that happened.
Left alone in the Opera House, we decided to get our equipment ready. I also introduced my team to whatever still lingers here.
Tonight, we're gonna be here hanging out with you guys. My name's Garrett. I got Dwayne and Taylor with me. I wanted to introduce myself. That way you know we mean you no harm. But we will be here all night, and we'd love to see you guys interact with us possibly. Maybe the woman in white to come watch off the balcony or walk down the stairway. Maybe the kids to come play by the stage for us. That'd be amazing. I actually brought you guys some candy. Maybe we can hear whoever whistles whistling here. I'm pretty excited. Just know that you're welcome to interact with us at any time. We don't mean you any kind of harm. And we're here to talk to you, maybe get your story. We're also here for a show.
As we set up our equipment and try to capture possible paranormal activity, we leave our cameras rolling during our desertion experiment. During that time, we capture something very compelling right next to the stage, an area known for reported activity. Just before we leave, we capture what sounds like a female child. What we caught, we cannot explain. Let's move to the stage and we'll set up an experiment on the stage.
So, Dwayne, we have a cool experiment set up. We got a AX33 here, filming in night vision. It will be filming with the teddy bear, which if you get close to it, it plays music. I have a cool experiment I've come up with. Just hit my head. I'm gonna take a clear plate here, and we're gonna put candy in this plate, since there's kids that's been known to play here, and we're gonna put some candy in it for the kids.
Listen closely. What we believe we're hearing is the EVP of a little girl coughing.
So hopefully, any of the kids here in the theater want to try some of the candy. We're going to pour it in here and you guys can just reach in here and grab it or taste it, whatever you want to do.
Could this compelling EVP be one of the child spirits said to haunt this theater? A voice from the past, still lingering here, waiting to be heard.
We're leaving, everybody. This is desertion. We're going to let you guys play with these devices we left. Don't be afraid of none of them. We'll be back shortly to check in on you guys. Hopefully it'll be used to us by then. Let's go. It's locking her down.
There we go. Let's see what happens.
So, we're on our desertion and we've left the equipment in the Opera House alone. Several cameras. I guess we got 3 cameras actually, technically.
Got 3 or 4?
We have 3, I believe. And we have the stage, the stairs like Taylor said. Then we have the full spectrum upstairs where there's said to be a woman sobbing uncontrollably when a group of Girl Scouts, they stayed all night in that room and they said they woke up to a woman sobbing uncontrollably, which is crazy.
And a little kid up there wants to play in the doorway.
And there's a kid that plays in the doorway. Who's to say that sobbing isn't from a mother looking for her kid that died after her kid may have perished on his property? That's a hard one to say. You know, that's just speculation, but why else would she be crying and sobbing uncontrollably? Maybe the energy of those kids brought that kid wanting to play the Girl Scouts, and then the mom was sad because she lost her kids and all those kids was there having a good time. Who knows, man? It's hard to say how the paranormal works. But hopefully, these devices for 30 minutes alone may trigger, and we will put that in the episode if they do. If not, that's fine. We're not going to be too disheartened. And we will see how it goes. What do you feel about it, Taylor?
The music box is going off first.
You think the music box is going off first? What about you, Dwayne?
I think we're going to get a REM pod hit.
A REM pod?
I think we're going to have a REM pod go off first.
We don't know what's going on in there, but I wish we had a live stream maybe, but it's kind of the thrill of what we're going to catch when we bring it back into post and kind of go through the evidence. It's a rainy night in Cynthiana.
Yeah.
It's about flooded in this little town. Licking River it's well past its banks usually, and we've seen some really cool places here, and I'm excited. Taylor? Solo? Nolo?
Ain't no such thing as a solo night.
So Taylor says on his
he's gonna
first
do
ghost
solo.
hunt, he ain't doing solo. That's what he says, don't he? We'll play some rock, paper, scissors. We'll do something.
Dwayne last time.
Well, we did screw Dwayne up. Listen,
I screwed Dwayne up.
at College Hill, we did screw Dwayne over pretty bad.
What does I go second, right?
Best out of 3.
See, best out of 3. You ended up being a middleman anyway.
Let's just make Dwayne go first.
Go first, Dwayne. Bro.
He's got this.
I want to go first, too.
We can't change it again.
But he did it.
I did it.
But there were some weird rules. That was some weird rules.
But
in my defense,
how many times has he been with you before?
Just what was it? Twice.
Couple times
before you did one.
So you get me out here and want to throw me to the
So we're gonna throw Taylor to the wolves, which is nothing bad here, right?
Well, don't get technicalities. Don't get no technicalities here. Well, really, I was the cameraman, or really, I was this, or I was doing that. Don't start this.
Now, technically, if I was wanting to do a solo, if it's going to be my first solo, I would want it to be here because there's nothing malevolent
that they said. No one's been
You
scratched.
might want to wait till the next time, and then it could be like,
oh yeah, it'd be demonic. You never know. We could be in an insane asylum, Taylor, and you could be.
If it's demonic, you won't see me there. Dwayne said you will not see me there if it's demonic.
Pissed off guys coming back tonight just for Dwayne.
I don't know. There's also a story of a angry spirit in the basement, but
they said they've not heard of him in years.
James, the guy who gave us a walkthrough, correct? He said they haven't heard from him in years, and what is weird is that the energy of that man, the angry man in the basement, left when his accused killer passed away.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe the angry man's spirit finally got to be at ease and at rest.
I wonder who his accused killer was.
When his killer passed away. Who knows? That's pretty compelling, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, let's see how it goes.
Let's go. Hello? Back inside the Rohs Opera House, the silence is heavy. I checked the grid, there was nothing. 0 events had been recorded. It's almost like the spirits are hiding, knowing what these devices do.
This is a magnetic field detector. Whoa, whoa. Hey, are you guys coming close to us? Did you see that? Did you pick it up, Taylor?
I did. Did it go on yellow?
Yep, I'm gonna step away from it. Can you do that again for me? Can you walk up and touch it? On the count of 3, make it spike to red. Get as close as you can to that green light. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Did you see that? Is this a child? Are you coming and you're curious about these devices we have? If it's a child, on 3, spike it. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's pretty cool. Okay, what I'm gonna do, since you're here playing with this device, it ain't me. That way we can debunk that. EVP2, EMF is detecting anomaly. Can you tell me a name in here? Talk through this device, talk to me. On 3, make that spike again. 1, 2, 3. Can you make that go off? Look at that. Perfect. Can you tell me your name? Why do you stay here? Is there anything we should know? Can you tell us something you think we should know?
Listen to the CVP, also known as electronic voice phenomenon. Could this be the Shadow Man, being this is the location he was filmed, or one of the children known to play here?
Is there anything we should know? Can you tell us something you think we should know? It's like a whisper at the end.
Yeah, it did. I heard that.
Yep, it's like a whisper at the end. We'll have to review that post, but it ain't going off either. If you notice, it ain't went off no more. Listen real close.
Is there anything we should know? Can you tell us something you think we should know?
Listen closely as we boost the audio for this ominous response that came through.
Is there anything we should know? Can you tell us something you think we should know?
That's like a whisper.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know for sure, but it did sound like a whisper. If you guys see this ain't going off, okay? You see where it's not spiking, correct?
Yeah.
This ain't changing no colors. Whoever was playing with this device earlier, on the count of 3, can you come do it again to verify and to solidify that you were here with us? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Watch close as we slow down, zoom in, and analyze this footage. We're not sure what this could be. Could this be dust, bug, or a possible anomaly of some sort that flies into my chest? I didn't feel weird in this moment, but what do you guys think?
See, that's crazy. On 3, on the count of 3, we caught that several times going off. That blows my mind. Thank you for interacting. That was cool. That was real cool. Whoa, is that you? Taylor?
I mean, I'm over here. No,
Did you hear that?
It sounds like it's down there more towards.
It's like it's over here to me. Did you, Taylor?
I thought it was behind Dwayne.
Yeah.
Over here by these old seats.
So, can you do this for me in here? Can you not? Walk around for me. That's pretty cool, man. That was some cool evidence right there. So we're gonna walk down here and we'll see if you guys want to interact some more with us. So I have a device in my hand you can pick words from. We love the show here. Can you maybe whistle for us? We heard people like to whistle in here. Can you? Walk around the balcony behind us.
Bro, did you hear it?
Wish there is water dropping up there, but. All right, so I'm gonna turn this device on. We'd love to have you conversate. It's in my hand right here. It won't hurt you either, and it has words programmed in it.
The PS device, known as the polterscript, works by detecting shifts in the magnetic energy, which spirits are said to distort when manifesting, choosing which words come through this device.
We'll turn it on. See if there's something you might want to talk, or tell us, or talk about. We have those devices over there still, if you want to come get some candy. We're gonna set this up in the library. Let's turn sensitivity up about that far, nothing crazy. Is the little kids here that wanted to play around the stage, are they here with us right now?
Listen closely to what sounds like 3 taps at the center of the stage, followed by an EVP capture of our camera's audio of a woman softly saying, "Hey." Could this be an intelligent energy trying to answer us?
Is the little kids here that wanted to play around the stage, are they here with us right now? This device I'm holding right here, if you come and use its energy and manifest yours around it, I will know, and you can pick a word from it to talk to me. Can someone talk out loud for me? If you don't want to use this device. All the cool shows that was done here, all the plays, all the good memories, the laughs, the emotion. This place is really cool, and I understand why you want to be here and stay here. Why don't you come walk over to that chair right there? We heard the kids like to play over there. This is for anybody that's questioning the polterscript. This thing is pretty quiet.
After receiving no answer to several questions we asked, we decided it's time to get up and move around some in the theater. Maybe this will trigger more evidence.
Can you move up in the balcony? How about walk through there? We heard there's a lot of guys that like to sit back there in them back seats. Could you make your presence? Polterscript's still quiet, guys. So, Polterscript still hasn't said nothing. It's been going for about, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say probably
Maybe
about
10, 15 minutes tops, maybe 10 minutes. It's a little after 12 o'clock down here by the stage. None of the devices behind us has went off yet. We did catch some EMF spikes up there, which was kind of odd on command. I feel like they're wanting to start playing around with some of our equipment, maybe making their presence known slowly. Don't be shy. I would love for you to come right here where I'm standing and talk to this with me. Let's do another EVP since we're down here. So we heard there's a kid that likes to play here. Can you come talk in this device right here? It's lighting up that I'm holding down. I'll hold it down so you can come speak in it. We heard you like to walk by the stage. Walk. And come through the curtain. Do you like putting on shows for people? I would love for you to come put on one for us. Either one of these devices I'm holding you can communicate with.
At this moment, nothing is captured on the audio recorder, so we shift our attention to the devices we placed on the stage. We ask whatever is here to manipulate them. We then capture a Class A EVP on our camera's audio. Listen closely.
How about we play a game? On the count of 3, can you make that go off? Anything on this stage. 1, 2, 3. Can you make any of those devices go off?
Now don't be scared. There's nobody here gonna hurt you.
This Class A EVP responding to Dwayne is chilling. Listen close as we replay the audio.
Now don't be scared. There's nobody here gonna hurt you.
Could this possibly be the spirit of Anna, a little girl that's been said to haunt the theater?
We're all friendly.
As no more responses come through our devices, we decide to move around the theater. The noise we capture next we cannot explain. What do you guys think? Could this sound be outside contamination, one of us moving, or even paranormal? We're not sure.
While we have her back here. While we have her back here. While we have her back here.
If that was what makes you more comfortable.
Did you catch that? We capture what looks like some kind of anomalies. Not sure if these are insects or something paranormal. Watch as they move in an odd manner. It's hard to tell, but if these are truly insects, we have never captured anything like this before. Now watch as we slow down this footage. It looks like they head towards the same seat from different directions. Also remember, we are in total darkness. Leave a comment on what you think this could be.
There was a lot of clapping in here, wasn't there? A lot of clapping for these beautiful shows and plays put on. We'd love to see that energy come back tonight.
Maybe you can try and be up on stage and do a trick with those devices, or make the ball roll across the stage.
Continuing with our investigation, we decide to set up a few more cameras throughout the theater to capture possible paranormal activity, and this is one of them. As we set up a static camera to monitor the area where the shadow figure was caught nearly 14 years ago, we let it film for an hour and a half. Nothing was captured. So who could this shadow figure be that roams the Rohs Opera House? Watch closely at the posture of these Civil War reenactors as they march the way they would have in the 1800s. Now I want you to compare their motions to the apparition caught at the Opera House. After enhancing the original footage, the apparition appears to be wearing a knapsack or a backpack like the ones these soldiers appear to be wearing. Next, we pause the footage to highlight what looks like a hat, similar in shape to the ones in the actual Civil War photos shown here. We know that Cynthiana was plagued by 2 Civil War battles, and the fighting happened all around on the property the Rohs Opera House now sits on after the town was burned. But what if this isn't truly tied to the theater itself? What if it's tied to the land? Because in the 1860s, hundreds of soldiers lost their lives on this very ground in and around the town. But there's something else in the footage that caught our attention. Watch closely as the figure moves to the frame, yet there's no natural arm swing. The posture is rigid, deliberate, almost as if the apparition is holding something in its hands, possibly a rifle, a weapon carried by soldiers once who fought and died here. So just for the sake of it, I captured a still image of the figure and ran it through a popular AI program for analysis. I entered a simple prompt asking simply to identify what the image saw. What came back was nothing short of chilling. So who was this apparition called the Rohs Opera House 14 years ago? No one truly knows. Leave a comment down below and see what you guys think about it. Now let's get back to this episode. Moving upstairs where the woman in white's been seen, we get some interesting activity.
Woo!
So they say there's a portal here. I'm gonna sit this down. I'm gonna sit this down as well. Let me sit this over here. I'll put a cap all here too. Off my pocket, we'll sit it down. So let's sit down here and we'll talk and ask a few questions. The cat ball that's going off there, see how pretty the lights are? If you move that a little bit, it will go off. Is there a portal here? This is still saying nothing. Can somebody whistle for us? Can you? We're here just to talk and conversate and interact with it. Whatever spirits are here, whatever presence is here.
Can you whistle a tune for us?
Is the woman in white the one that has been heard crying uncontrollably? Was you mourning one of the kids here? Is one of the kids' spirits here your child? We're trying to tell your story. We'd love to conversate with you. So
maybe the woman's in this hallway. She could be out there on the balcony watching.
EMF spot.
Yeah.
Did you sit in that seat right there? Perfect timing too. That's got cold chills. Come set that off again for us. That was perfect. Are you the woman in white? Thank you for interacting with so. Or the person they caught in the picture. That's who we was talking to. Are you the one that whistles? I told you I heard me. Heard her.
Yeah, I heard that one.
That's a ring paw or what that is.
Can you make that device go off?
There you go. Perfect. Thank you. You walk away.
Now, since you made that device go off, can you move that little clear ball? Can you make it light up in the floor and roll it?
How about on the count of 3 to solidify that you touching that device on the bench right here? Make that go off on. I mean, every time we talk about that, that's awesome. Thank you. You stop. Walk away.
The moment we step into this hallway, the atmosphere shifts. The EMF meter starts spiking to our direct questions. Some investigators, as James stated earlier, believe this hallway is a portal, a path that spirits use between worlds, and these spikes may be the response.
Are you the woman that's been known to cry? In the other room? In the old theater part here? Are you the woman in white? With a beautiful flowing dress? Are you good? Never. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you're good also. Do you like playing with that device? Would be amazing is there's 2 devices on the floor down from that. Could you come make one of those go off now? Since you're getting used to us? You know we mean you no harm. We heard there's nothing bad here. So what makes you stay? Did you love this place? If so, set that off again.
Did you used to be in plays here? Did you sing? If you performed here at the Opera House, make that
Dwayne.
Make it go off.
Taylor. There you go.
So what did you do here at the Opera House? If you sang, can you make it go off? If you would sing to the audience, can you make that device go off again?
Did you dance?
If you danced, could you make that device go off?
As the energy finally fades and the EMF goes quiet, we move into the Aeolian Hall. But the rain outside becomes so loud it contaminates our camera's audio, drowning out our footage. And for what we experienced, nothing manifested in this part of the theater. So we decided to return to the stage where I conducted a Estes Method spirit box session.
Who's in here with us? Is there any spirits in this opera house with us tonight?
What is your name?
I heard a man's voice that said, Preston, maybe?
Was this chilling response from Preston, the spirit of the angry man said to have been killed in the building next to this theater. His presence is described as hostile, restless, and soon an ominous EVP tells us exactly who we feel we're speaking with.
And we just asked what his name was.
Evil spirit, or the guy
Preston.
here that was mad after the murder.
So Preston, what are you doing here?
That was a very prominent voice. I couldn't make it what it said.
Preston, if that was you, can you repeat what you just said about what you was doing here? What about the woman weeping upstairs? Can you talk? We'd like to know more about your history.
Preston, are you still here with us?
It was a woman that just come through. It stopped.
As Dwayne and Taylor begin asking questions about the woman in white here in a theater, something chilling happens. At that exact moment, a female's voice cuts through the spirit box. What makes this more even disturbing is I cannot hear their questions because I'm wearing noise-canceling headphones. The static from the spirit box completely isolates me from the outside world. There's no possible way for me to know what they are asking. Yet the response comes anyways. A chilling woman's voice. Could this be the woman in white?
Would you tell us why you've been weeping upstairs?
It sounded like a kid maybe said hi.
So, are you here? Are you here with us? Are you the little kid that's here with us?
But in here, this is one of the more active spots in the building. There's a couple of children, spirits, that seem to haunt the theater.
Are you
the kids that like to play on stage while everybody else is watching the movie and you peek your head out the curtains? Is there a little girl that runs around here too?
Another little girl maybe talking.
What do you want? What do you want to say to us?
I wouldn't hear nothing then. So what do y'all think? Was there any kind of realness?
Okay, so we had just asked if there was anybody here with us. We said, who is here with us? And you said Preston.
Preston?
Yep. Hey, what was that? No, I just heard like something crack over there, like hit.
You walk on stage with me? I heard that back there. Preston, is that you? Is there a spirit named Preston here still walking around us?
Take note as we replay a haunting EVP. Could this be the spirit of the man who murdered someone in the building that was attached to this theater? Could he finally be admitting his guilt? Listen close as we enhance the audio to bring the EVP out more clearly for you to hear.
Is there a spirit named Preston here still walking around us?
This is shocking yet compelling as we heard the name Preston come through the spirit box. Then we captured an EVP of a spirit claiming to have killed Preston. What do you guys think?
Knock on something?
What's that device on the table?
It's a magnetic field detector. There's a device on that white table that's lit up green. If you come close to that, if your name is Preston, set that off for us.
Oh, I kind of heard that behind you, what you was talking about. I mean, those kids like to play behind stage, I said.
I keep hearing stuff over there towards the right side of the stage.
You know, and that's where that kid exits. I wonder if that's that kid, would you come out here and touch that device and make that device